So this is going to be a Mercury retrograde reading for Taurus. Kind of what you can expect during this time, what lessons you can learn, any advice, just to kind of give you an idea of what's coming up so that it's not a complete surprise, right? Because, you know, this particular kind of retrograde can bring, this particular planet in retrograde can bring a lot of chaos, issues with communication, issues with travel. For some people, it causes issues with money and love and that sort of thing. Random exes popping up out of the blue, just to end up ghosting you a week later. So, you know, it's kind of a, you know, some weirdness there. So let's just see what's coming up for you. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury retrograde messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. Everything may not resonate with you. Take what does resonate with you and leave the rest, okay? Knight of Vessels, the Moon, and the Four of Coins. Interesting. Some of you all's intuition is going to be enhanced. With the Knight of Vessels being here, he can bring messages about, you know, spiritual awakening. He can bring messages about the inner self, that sort of thing. And then you've got the Moon, which can talk about intuition. Also things being hidden from you. So if you feel like you're kind of at a standstill as far as your spiritual growth, you'll be getting messages from Spirit about that soon. Some of you will be receiving downloads, like completely at random. But with the Knight of Vessels coming in, you're definitely getting some communication from Spirit and from the universe here. And then some of you may be a bit unsure about your financial situation. That could be what's being hidden from you. You know, you're kind of unsure. Business could be slower for you than usual. You could be considering going to a new job. You know, trying to save money because you're not sure what's coming as far as your financial situation is concerned. Emperor, the Hermit, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so some of you are really worried about your finances here, trying to save up as much as possible, which is smart. But you got the Knight of Vessels here and the Emperor, so some of you could have a psychic link with someone. Could be a fire sign. The Emperor usually represents Aries. Could also be a Sagittarius or a Leo. But with the Knight of Vessels coming in, like I said, this is messages of awakening, messages of spirituality. So some of you could have like a psychic link with, you know, your person. You guys may not be able to be together physically, but you communicate, you know, in other ways. And for others of you, some of you will be kind of getting an awakening about how powerful you are. Some of you may not be aware, you know, with the Moon here, some of you may not be aware of your power, how powerful you are, and how far you already come in your spiritual growth. You know, sometimes when we're going through things, we can't always see the growth that's happened there, but Spirit sees it, and Spirit's sending you a message about this. Like, you're a very powerful individual. You can literally manifest anything that you want. And then you've got the Hermit here underneath the Moon. So a lot of you all, like I said, have been learning and growing, and that's probably what this message is about. You know, you've done more than you think you have, but you've learned a lot of lessons. A lot of you are really diving into your intuition, like I said, enhanced intuition, but you're worried about money. So some of you could have like a spiritual business that's maybe not making as much money as it once did, or as much money as you feel like it should right now. So you've got the Seven of Coins here, the Eight of Vessels, and the Three of Cups. Knight of Wands, Fortitude, the Ace of Vessels. Okay, so like I said before, some of you all like have been really impatient because we've got the Knight of Wands, which, you know, brings a lot of fiery, reckless energy. You know, a lot of Sagittarius energy here. Some of you all could be talking to a Sagittarius, but some of you all have literally just been really impatient about this whole money situation. Something either needs to be resolved quickly, like some of you could be waiting for money to come in, you know, some money that someone's owed you, could be a tax refund. But with the Knight of Wands coming in, your money is coming in, but you know, the more you rush it, the more the more you fret over it, the more you worry about it, you know, you're really just blocking your own blessings. But with the Knight of Wands coming in, you know, it's on the way, but, you know, patience is a virtue, essentially. And then you got the Eight of Vessels here with Fortitude underneath. So like I said with the Moon, a lot of you all, your intuition is being enhanced, your spiritual growth is moving forward. But the Eight of Vessels teaches us to remain focused on our goals and not to get too complacent and arrogant, because yes, growth is good, but sometimes we get a little arrogant, we get a little caught up, and we lose focus. So yeah, you've grown spiritually, but don't be that person that just feels like you've made it, right? Like you've reached enlightenment, you've reached ascension, and now you don't have to do anything else. No, you're always learning, you're always growing. And when this card shows up, it essentially means that it's time to reintegrate, you know. Mind, body, and soul all need to be focused on the same goal. You need to keep learning and keep growing. And that's kind of the lesson in the Hermit here. Yes, you've made a lot of strides. Yes, you've moved forward a lot. Yes, you've grown a lot, but keep going, keep learning, keep growing, because, you know, you're not quite there yet. No one really is. And then you've got the Three of Cups right here. So some of you are going to be finding your soul tribe during this time, because we've got the Three of Chalices and the Ace of Vessels here. And so the Ace of Vessels brings potential for spiritual enlightenment. And the Three of Cups, this is your soul tribe, your coven. Those of you who have been looking for more like-minded spiritual people, you're about to get what you're asking for in a big way. Like, you're going to be able to relate with these people on a soul level. For some of you, you could have met these people before in a past life. You could have bonded in a past life, and you all are finding each other again. And you'll know it when it happens. So, yeah, let's see what else is going on for you. Like I said, some of you are going to be getting downloads. There's a lot of, like with this, we've had a few Vessels cards here. This Ace of Vessels, yeah, it looks like you and your soul tribe are going to be doing a lot of work, you know, helping each other manifest, that sort of thing. So yeah, those of you who've been feeling a little lonely, a little isolated, that should come to an end. Got Prudence. So not making any rash decisions, thinking before you act, not letting your emotions get the better of you. So it could be that this Eight of Vessels, even though, yes, like that lesson is true, like never stop learning, never stop growing, never think that you've learned so much that you never have to learn anything else, right? But the Eight of Vessels, like, we all know that one person. They go get one self-help book, they buy a couple crystals, and now all of a sudden they're the expert on all of the things, right? That's what this card is giving. You know, they started the journey, but they're not quite there yet. They're still they're still in the very beginning stages, but you could know someone like this who is just super arrogant, really haughty, you know, they just learned a thing, but all of a sudden they're superior to everyone. And so with Fortitude being at the bottom here, It says, don't let them get to you. Don't let them bother you. Just ignore them and keep moving. Like, they're an idiot and they'll learn one way or another. Okay, so don't let this person make you lose your cool. That's the lesson in prudence here. Don't let this person make you lose your cool. For some of you, those of you who are already amongst like-minded people, maybe you're already with a lot of spiritual people. Maybe you already know a lot of spiritual people. This person could be in that particular group, or they could show up during Mercury retrograde just to test your patience, honestly. Let's see if there's anything going on in love. Ten of Wands, Four of Vessels. You guys are really going on a spiritual journey here. Okay. Five of Vessels, Ace of Chalices, and Justice. And then we've got the King of Cups underneath that. Okay, so as far as love is concerned, some of you may be in the process of leaving a relationship here. The Ten of Wands here talks about things coming to a close so that, new doors can open, that sort of thing. And also there are some of you that are right in between, right? You're already kind of sort of in a relationship or in a situationship, but you're struggling because you know that this isn't the person for you, and there's someone else that's either coming towards you or that you already know who would be a better fit for you. So like some of you all, like, these relationships or situationships have become more of a burden than a blessing. And the Five of Chalices says, it's time to cut off the dead weight. Time to get rid of all the things that you don't need. Time to, cut off what no longer serves you. It's time to move forward. You have to worry about yourself. Some of you may be in a relationship where the person may need you financially, or the person may need you for other things, but you can't live your life for others. And then we've got the Four of Vessels. So hopefully you guys can see this okay, but in the Four of Vessels, we have essentially this is the new self coming up from the muck. And then we've got this angel here, coming to hand us this blessing. But I don't know if you guys can see in the background, that's the old self. That's the parts of you that you can't take with you. It's the parts of your life that you can't take with you. There's literally a king drowning in this lake here, trying to get help, but this person, they've become anew, and they can't stay here. They can't deal with that person. This is all the old parts of them, the old parts of your life you can't take with you. And this angel is coming in to give you this blessing of rebirth and renewal. Like, this is the start of something new for you. You may have to leave some people behind. And now I know that the Ace of Chalices talks about new love coming in, and some of you do have a new person coming in, but others of you, this is about loving yourself enough to extricate yourself from a bad situation. Those of you who are in abusive relationships, narcissistic relationships, even just heavy relationships that aren't doing you any good, that you feel like you're kind of crumbling under the weight, or you feel like you're being smothered a little bit, because that's the sense I'm getting here. It's time to leave all of that behind. Like, we're leaving this person behind to drown. So, it may hurt, but sometimes you got to cut people off and let them drown under their own bullshit. It just is what it is, okay? You got to worry about you, because trust and believe they're going to worry about them, right? So it's time to leave this old shit that can't help you behind. Take this blessing from this angel and learn to love yourself more than, you love someone who clearly doesn't care much about you. The fact that they need to be left behind like this, for some of you, this person doesn't care about you at all. For others of you, this person may care about you, but they may not love you the way that you need them to. And you have to love yourself enough to be able to move on. And then we've got the Page of Coins and Justice here. So not necessarily worrying about, you know, this past person in your life, balancing out your life. Some of you are going to be getting messages of money. Some of you are going to start making more money in your business because we've got the Page of Coins here. Some of you are going to start to see those seeds that you planted really start to grow. But then we've got Justice here. So some of you may be going through a divorce or something like that. And the Page of Coins says that, you know, you're going to get something. It may not, you know, it's not the King of Coins, it's not the Nine of Coins, it's the Page of Coins. So it may not be everything that you wanted, but it'll be something if you end up divorcing this individual. And for others of you, by kind of leaving this person behind, you're going to find that you have more money to do the things that you need to do. Your life will be more balanced for having left this person behind. They may have had a lot of debts that you were helping them pay. They may have had, you know, some bills you were helping them pay, but you got to go. You got to move on. You got to move up, and you got to worry about you. And by leaving this person behind, you know, your money situation is going to balance itself out. It's going to right itself. For those of you that are moving towards a new person, it could be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But this person is a lot more emotionally mature than this person that you left behind here. And this person is already mature. They've already got their shit together. You know, they've got their emotions under control. This person may also be very intuitive. Okay, so those are the messages that I have for you for Mercury retrograde. I hope that this was helpful for you. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and thank you for watching.